Welcome to the Sandro channel. Make sure that you subscribe.
Hi folks, Sandro here with more cartoon news and shenanigans, and today we have some weird and wacky news to cover. So, if you guys didn't know, we're going to be getting a brand new Total Drama Island reboot, okay? It's a reboot of the original series. Honestly, it might as well just be a new season. They didn't really have to say this was a reboot or anything. It just feels like a brand new season. We're bringing back Chris McClane, but there's a twist. So there's some real life drama here. The voice actor for Chris McClane, his name was Christian Potenza. Okay, Christian Potenza. And people watched the new trailer. You can actually see it right here. I got Total Drama Island new season trailer 3. There's been a bunch of different trailers. They're all in different languages and stuff, so it's kind of hard to find all the trailers right now. They're on YouTube in parts and in different languages. I finally tracked down a good trailer here, and we can hear Chris's voice, and it sounds off because it is no longer Christian Potenza. Let's listen.
Sharks in the water. Why? Because I put them there.
Yeah, so it sounds very close, right? It sounds pretty close. Not the original Christian Potenza. And people were wondering what's going on, what's happening. We don't know. We don't know exactly. But this individual here on his YouTube channel, Noah, he has come out and said, Total Drama Christian Potenza officially fired. I watched his video here. He doesn't exactly say why. He won't say why, right? He seems to know the case, why Christian was fired from... is it Teletoon, Cartoon Network? I'm not sure exactly who hires him here for Total Drama Island, but yeah, Teletoon got rebranded recently in Canada to Cartoon Network, so I'm not sure who he works for here, but it seems he's been fired. So let's read here. Christian Potenza, the voice of Chris McClane from the Total Drama series, has officially been fired. It's not my right to share the information as to why. So he seems to know, but he came out here and confirmed it, right? He came out here and confirmed it. We can only believe him. You know, he could be lying, right? He could be lying. You never know, but he seems to be in the know here. He seems to be in the know that Christian got fired. It's a very sensitive stuff, and it's very serious stuff. So again, it seems to be a confirmation. Most people in here seem to believe him. Maybe he did some background research. I don't know the case, but it seems to be the case, right? It seems to be the case that he got fired. We just need to know why now. I'm sure it'll eventually come to surface why this all happened. But we do know that Terry McGurran is going to be replacing Christian Potenza as the new voice of Chris McClane. So yeah, he says, go give the new guy Terry McGurran so much love. He's a king and he deserves it. I love you all. So yes, this individual seems to have the inside knowledge there. I don't know what the situation is. I can't even speculate. Like, what could he have done? Could this have been another case of some kind of sexual allegations? Could it have been something even weirder? Like maybe he stole some like office supplies and they just kicked him out. I don't know. I'm curious. I'm so curious to find out what happened here and why he would be getting fired. But the show, I feel like the show's just not going to be the exact same without him, you know? I would always remember Chris was like, Total Drama Island, you know? Like, it's not gonna sound the same whenever he does that at the end of each episode. Or was it at the beginning or the end of each episode? I think it was at the end, right? Yeah. It's not going to be the exact same. Like, you're in your heart, you're going to be like, oh, man, it doesn't sound exactly like Chris, the original Christian, used to do it back in the day. But I'm sure this new Terry McGurran guy, that was his name, right? Terry McGurran. I'm sure he'll do a great job. He does sound similar enough to the role where it's acceptable, you know? Unlike in Simpsons where they changed like some of the voice actors and the new ones just don't really sound like the old ones very well. Especially Carl, right? Or sorry, Carl, right? The black guy on The Simpsons. He doesn't, and Dr. Hubert too. He just doesn't sound like Dr. Hubert. He doesn't do the laugh. The new voice actor doesn't do the Dr. Hubert laugh, or he doesn't do it well. He doesn't do it as well as the old guy used to do it. So, you know, new voice actors are never going to be able to exactly get the essence of the original, but this guy gives a good performance. Anyways, let's talk about my thoughts on the trailer, okay? We can talk about the trailer. There's a bunch of trailers. I'm just going to watch this one, give you guys my thoughts. And you already know my thoughts on Chris McClane here getting replaced. I'm not happy about it, but I'm glad we're getting the show still. I'm glad the whole show hasn't been canceled, right? I'm just glad we're still getting total drama, like anything except for total drama daycare, or what was it called? Total drama Rama. Total Drama Rama, that show where they de-aged everyone into children, that was garbage. I could not stand that. As long as we never do that shit again, and we get like a full live action, or not live action, as long as we get a full like adult version of Total Drama Island, where it's aimed at teenagers, there's adult jokes, it's really fun for the whole audience. That's what I want. I never want them to go back to preschool again. Please, for the love of God, never make Total Drama Daycare 2 or Total Drama Rama 2. But anyways, let's watch the trailer.
The contestants.
So there's the contest. We got the new characters in the house here. We got some hockey bros, Total Drama Island. I think it takes place in Canada, right? Like Teletoon was in Canada, so this show was like, it was aimed at the Canadian audience. I think they live up to the hype here. I think they usually do like every season of the show almost, except for Total Drama, like World Tour. I think like almost every season of the shows have been in Canada. This looks very Canadian once again. We've got here, our country loves hockey so much. It's actually our national sport. We actually have two national sports, lacrosse in the summer and then hockey in the winter. But no, honestly, nobody gives a shit about lacrosse. Let's be real. Nobody cares about lacrosse, but like 90% of Canadians are mostly just hockey players. And, these guys having hockey jerseys, these are not real teams, though. These aren't based off of real teams. It looks like they're fictional teams. But, we got the hockey jerseys. This definitely gives it the Canadian feel all over again, which I love to see. We barely get to see Canada in cartoons these days. It's very rare. And let's talk about the characters now. We got this party bro over here. He looks like he's having the raging time of his life. We got the hockey boys. This character looks like she's going to be a very prissy, cell phone loving character. That's what I'm getting from her. She's doing a selfie. Oh, no, she's not doing. Oh, I guess she's taking a picture with the boys in the background, I suppose. Yeah, the camera is kind of angled in that direction. So we got this character here who might be, all about the Instagram and, the selfie life. A very, like, technological heavy character here. When it comes to her identity, she probably is an online fashionista or something. That's what I'm getting of a character for her. Let's keep going.
Contestants.
Of course he
So these are the contestants.
puts the two famous people together.
Now this is interesting. This could be the next like big. A lot of people like to make theories on Total Drama Island. This could be the next big sort of like thing to theorize over. Is that these two characters are apparently celebrity? That's what they're going with, right? They're claiming that they're like both celebrities. This black character seems to be like a pretty big celebrity in the show, and then this character she's like, yeah, look, they're putting
People together, whatever, right?
They're putting the celebrities together? Is that what she said?
Two famous people together,
Yeah, she's like, yeah, we're putting two famous people together.
whatever, right?
I'm famous. I have no idea who she is.
Yeah, so that's interesting, right? So, we could have an imposter here on the island who might be impersonating a celebrity. In fact, I want to give a shout out to Kevin McAllister, one of my subscribers, who actually said, what if Chris McLean wasn't fired? Now, there again, we do have like a weird video here from Noah, possibly confirming that he actually did indeed get fired. But what if Chris McLean was replaced and they're doing like a doppelganger story? Like they're doing a story where somebody like maybe Chris has a twin brother or a doppelganger, a clone, a lookalike that took his position. And that's part of the show. Like later down the season, we'll find out that like the real Chris McLean was hiding the whole time. That would be hilarious if they actually pulled the stunt like that. When somebody said that, when Kevin McAllister said that in my live stream, I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, if they do that, that would be one of the greatest and funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. But I don't think so. I think I think the Kristen Potenza over there is fired. And we're not going to get a wacky doppelganger plot. It is Total Drama Island. We've seen all kinds of crazy stuff. We've seen multiple personalities. We've seen stuff like Ezekiel, who should have died. He basically became a zombie. We've seen like Alejandro become a robot. This show goes wacky. Like there is science fiction. There's paranormal stuff. You know, we could go in any direction here. So yeah, Chris McClain getting a doppelganger could actually happen. And as for this could be another situation where this girl here might just be some kind of imposter or something, right? This blonde girl here, she looks suspicious. You know, she has lines under her eyes, almost as if she's, you know, maybe she hasn't been sleeping. Maybe she has a dark secret. I don't know, but I like it. I like where we're going already in the first couple seconds. Okay, we got the bear back from the earlier days, okay? Well, the bear's been in, like, maybe, like, every season, right? I think. Yeah, so the bear is a classic. Okay, now we have to talk about that. This might be the weakest part of the whole trailer. The animation here, where she's like juggling this bear, looks so bad. It's so slow. It looks so slow. Look at the animation is very slow. Maybe if they made it a bit faster, it would have looked better. But yowzas, I do like this character. I don't know her name, but out of all the cast, this is my favorite character going forward. I've seen a bit of her in the trailers. She has the coolest design. I usually root for the goths. In that one season, there was like vampire people. They always have cool designs that are like wacky. And obviously Gwen, right? In the first season, I actually, my pick to win the whole thing was Gwen or Owen, because I really liked Owen too. So those were my two picks. And yeah, you know, I just love the goth and the weird characters. Like also Izzy was pretty good too. I like these kind of weird, wacky female characters like this one. So I hope she wins it all. That's my hope. And there's Chris's new voice. You got the new Chris, Terry, what was his name? Terry McGurran. That was his voice.
Because I put them there. Look confused.
The hockey boys getting scared there. Some of these characters really feel like some of the older characters. Like this character gives me a bit of a Lashana vibe. This character here gives me like Mike kind of vibes, right? Like Total Drama Mike, I guess. Let's type in. No, not Mike. What was the guy who wore? Hold on. What was the guy? Red shirt guy. What was the guy? There was like, wasn't there a black kid that won the entire series or something like that? Total Drama red shirt. Which character had a red shirt? There was Alejandro. No. In the later seasons, I swear there was like a black kid that had a red shirt like that. Maybe I'm wrong. This is a new character, right? This is the new guy. This character does feel like Noah, though. He does have a bit of a Noah vibe, a little bit. Noah in a red shirt. Total Drama. Let's type in Noah. Yeah, he has a bit of a Noah type of vibe, in my opinion. Just a little bit. Just the way he's designed, not his character.
Real kind in reality for real friendship. What?
For the latest competition.
Okay, we got some more characters here. We got the fat girl with I guess she's a bit of a plumper girl. And this guy here, this is the party guy from earlier, I think, right? Maybe. I don't know. There's so many. Yeah, I think it's the party guy from the beginning. Then we have this character. This character looks like Courtney, but she's like military style, right? Doesn't this look like a military version of Courtney? It kind of does. And she's fighting against some zombies. This could be a great way to bring Ezekiel back into the story. Maybe is this Ezekiel right here? I don't know. That'd be a fun way to bring Ezekiel back for this weird zombie episode here. That looks pretty cool, and she has a shovel. So maybe we're doing a throwback to the original show where they're what did they have to do? They buried each other under the ground for a certain number of hours, and then they had to go dig them up. Maybe we're getting a throwback to the original season. I don't know.
Ever. Oh, this is gonna be great. Total Drama Island on Boomerang.
So there you go. It's on Boomerang, folks. It's going to be in Canada. It's going to be in America. There's a lot of wacky stuff here. I like what I'm seeing. I hope the really scary girl makes it to the finale. She's already my favorite character. Me too. The girl who was throwing the bear around, she's my favorite character. I hope she makes it. My theories. I think that the Frogs of Death elimination scene, MK and Nichelle did something wrong because their team is giving them the look as if they did something wrong. Okay. So he already is suspecting something about who could have won a round or what could have happened. This is cool. I love the fact that we're getting so much new official Total Drama stuff. Really makes me excited. Yeah, like this show. Why did they ever stop this show? This was such a good show. I guess, did it eventually have like series? The viewership must have declined or something. I don't know. But yeah, the new cast, I do like them. Hopefully they end up being as iconic as the first series cast, because characters like Owen and Gwen feel kind of replaceable. You know, Chris McClane's voice, he's okay. He's not as good as the original Christian. But whatever. I'll take what I could get, folks. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the trailer. It's really cool to see, and I can't wait to watch the show when it comes out. When does this show come out? 2020. Okay, hold on. New Total Drama Island reboot release dates. Let's see the release date here. Do we have any news on it? Total Drama Island is the 6th season of Total Drama. I thought it wasn't. Didn't they call it a reboot though? Like, I don't know what's going on here. So we got 16 new characters. We don't know when it's coming out, but it's got to be soon, right? It's got to be soon here. Like, surely. As of March 20th, Terry McGurran confirmed on Twitter that he would be replacing Kristen Potenza as the voice of Chris, explaining that this was a creative decision with respect to the reboot. I don't know about that. I think the original Christian Potenza got fired, like that Noah guy over here said. Yeah, I think he got fired. I wouldn't be surprised if it all comes out a bit later. But yeah, so we don't exactly know. We got some leaked screenshots. We don't know 100% when it's coming, but it's apparently coming in 2023. So they're probably going to start it up at the beginning of summer. That's when other shows like, you know, Big Brother usually start around this time or whatever. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's going to be coming in the next month or two here, as they're now dropping trailers indicating that the show is probably finished animation. It's probably like done production and ready to be released. So that's the end of the video. I hope I was informative. I hope you guys enjoyed my little breakdown here. Hopefully the video wasn't too long. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye-bye. And have a great day, everyone.